So what happens when an intelligent, campaigning feminist with her own career and profile, plus a passion for changing the world, marries an alpha royal prince who's used to commanding attention and respect as he's right, but who also wears a stack of chunky chips on his shoulder about being the spare? The answer could have been that the wife adopts a more passive profile, only slowly easing her way out of her husband's shadow after a decade or more. But for Meghan, it's been more of a body language and communication masterclass to avoid being eclipsed and to ensure, as she has all her life, that her assertive voice gets heard too. Many of Meghan's signature moves are both flattering, they're also loving, and they're encouraging to Harry. But they can also help establish her at the forefront of the action and the centre of attention as well. Firstly, there are what I call the prioritization rituals. Now, Meghan and Harry tend to use touch rituals like hand holding on a regular basis. But Meghan will often add an extra ownership arm clasp into the mix. This is an announcement gesture of bonding and strong bonding to the world. So it's a romantic gesture, but it's also emphasizing that they come almost as a professional double act rather than the royal star and his plus one or spare. So in a way, it's a sign of stepping up. I'm here too. And I can also do a bit as well. This double clasp allows Meghan to communicate more effectively and silently with Harry. It's called a tie sign. So while you're holding the arm twice, you get a chance to do all those little sort of squeezes and movements that couples do to communicate with one another, like let's go, or, you're smiling too much or something like that. So it's a good form of silent communication. But it also shows the world their prioritization, not just to each other, but in terms of a more active role for Meghan from their engagement onward. Then we've got what I call the verbal engagement. Now, Meghan, as we know, is a very confident, engaging speaker. She comes with a very attractive, she's got a lovely, smooth, soft, fluid tonal delivery that makes her very easy to listen to and easy to engage with. So you're engaged by her when she starts speaking. She also excels at the kind of facial expressions, like a relaxed, asymmetric smile that she shares with an audience to draw them in. And she also does a very good eye engage and a good eye smile as well. And that will tend to increase the engagement, meaning that she will command attention for all the right reasons. This was first visible at their Fab Four stage presentation, where Meghan spoke with a pace, a passion, and a confidence that our more stage shy or more formal sounding royals can often lack. So it makes her sound like the one to listen to in virtually any group. Then we've got what I call the sexual touch. So when someone's hand is placed on your thigh, it's guaranteed to command your attention, hopefully in a good way because it's your partner. This flirty touch that signals sexual attraction is a favourite of Meghan's that she uses for quite prolonged periods of time socially. So it's not just a quick touch on the knee. She will actually sit there like that with Harry at social events. It's also a form of tie sign again to Harry that offers messages of love and reassurance. But it would be a method and a sense of taking the lead and being the one to address your conversation to when they're out socially. So again, it would put her more into the centre of the action. Then there's the magic power of the microphone. In Hollywood, the microphone is a symbol and a prop of power. The one holding the mic is the one centre stage commanding the attention. And we can often see celebrities at award ceremonies or red carpet events taking the mic out of the hand of the presenter so that they can turn to the camera and control their own content. Meghan's habit of taking the mic has been well documented. It's quite a Hollywood trait, and it's a testament to her confidence and her keenness as a speaker, even if the gesture isn't always quite as successful as it should be. There's also the back touch tie sign. Now, Meghan's trait of touching Harry's back is another gesture of affection that can have other uses as well. It reminds Harry that she's there, and that she's behind him, but it can also be used to hint, and I think this might be a useful hint with somebody like Harry, that she wants to come through, which is especially useful when Harry forgets that he's not in royal circles anymore, and sometimes he fails to urge his wife forward during any group introduction. So he sometimes gets that pecking order a little bit wrong, and that's Meghan's way of being able to say, me too, I'm here as well, and then moving forward. There's Meghan's talent for group positioning as well. Meghan's celebrity status tends to shine through in the way that she often naturally and confidently gravitates to the centre of group poses or scenarios. It might sound like an obvious trick, but it's an important one in a very competitive Hollywood scenario where you'd often get stars vying to be in the centre of a shot. Meghan's very good at this, and Harry often tends to be quite happy to hang back when this happens and allowing Meghan to shine in the spotlight rather than pulling any royal rank or even quietly edging forward and upstaging her. When Meghan was in the UK, I think we need to remember, and it would have been, I believe, a shock for a grown-up, intelligent woman. But suddenly when she was in the UK, she and Harry were often relegated to the back rows in terms of royal ranks. So, they were always the ones that were walking behind. And that was down to protocol. But life in the US has allowed Meghan's natural star status to shine through.